Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited.
It's playoff time here in Dayton, Idaho, as we get set for the round 1 matchup between your West Side Pirates and the Malad Dragons. And it's going to be a good one. These two teams saw each other last week. Now they see each other again for a win or go home situation. Jace Andrews joining you here on KACH and MyLocalRadio.com, along with here watching on our My Local Radio West Side YouTube channel. Appreciate everybody, however you may be watching or listening. And we got a good one for you here. The one-loss Pirates coming in here as the number 2 seed technically in this first round of the playoffs. The Malad Dragons, the number 7 seed in the first round. This does not include the first 4 bye teams, though, who get the bye into what technically makes this a play-in game to the actual bracket, which we'll show you later. But lots of stuff to come in the West Side Pirates pregame show. Got to talk with head coach Tyson Mosier and discuss this playoff game and playing a team 2 weeks in a row. Something that doesn't happen all that often, but it does happen right here in Dayton. Same place, same teams. Hopefully it's the same result with West Side coming out on top. Also have our district roundup segment where we will show you that bracket and show you who got the buys, what the bracket looks like from here on out, and basically everything that we can give you information-wise on what the playoffs will look like should the Pirates be able to get back to the state championship. We also have a season recap video coming with you talking about all the games that have led up to this moment, how West Side has gotten that 7-1 record, where the one loss came, and what is at stake for them tonight. So all that coming up here on our West Side Pirates pregame show. So make sure you sit down, grab a snack. It's going to be a hopefully long but fun night here for West Side. We're about 35 minutes away from kickoff. We'll take a break, come back. We'll give you our Ultimate Power Sports scene set you up for this one here. As we get to break, we'll be right back here from Dayton, Idaho.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Westside!
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Welcome back here to Dayton, Idaho. Jace Andrews joining you here on KACH and MyLocalRadio.com for this playoff matchup between the Westside Pirates and the Malad Dragons here at Lyle S. Henderson Field. And the Westside Pirates, coming off their state championship run last year, look to do the same thing this year. Difference is, last year they weren't playing at this time. They had the first round bye, and well, this year they got a plan. We talked to head coach Tyson Mosier. In some ways, that's a good thing. They've been on a roll, which will show you the schedule and how it panned out a little bit later in the pregame show, but they've been on a roll, winning really the last four games of the season up until this point. So now it's up to them to come out here, prove that they deserve to continue their playoff run, beat these Malad Dragons, who, by the way, only came in here to Dayton and lost by 9 a week ago. And so from here on out, we're going to have to see how exactly this all pans out. But I guarantee you this Pirates team is ripped and ready to go. They know what's at stake, and they don't want to be the Westside Pirate team that lost in the first round at home. That's not something you want to be remembered for with a school of this caliber, with the state championships that have been won at the school, with the streak of going 7 straight semifinals at least. Yeah, you'd like to get back and be at least that type of team. And Westside starts their playoff journey tonight against the Malad Dragons, who come in here 3-5, 2-3 in conference, but they just sneaked into the state tournament as a at-large bid, but they faced the defending state champions. So, be a tough round for them, and Westside hopefully going to make it tough for them all night. But I will say, like I mentioned, it was a pretty close game last week with the final score really not showing the entirety of the game, but being a lot closer than you expect. Westside winning by just 9 points. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have the district roundup segment where we'll show you every single playoff matchup this week, the buys that were achieved for the district champions, and what is ahead of these Pirates if they can get a W tonight. All that coming up here on the Westside Pirates pregame show, as this is brought to you by Ready Support Services.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for two. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
When it comes to important things, it's always nice to know you made the right decision. This is Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency in Preston. We all know that life insurance is a good decision because it provides financial protection for your family. But have you considered life insurance as income replacement, a savings plan, or supplemental retirement income? Different policies come with different options. Make sure you have the best insurance that is right for you and your family. Schedule a free insurance review with us today. Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
It's playoff time here in Dayton, Idaho, as we continue on the West Side Pirates pregame show. We're going to now head into our district roundup segment, where today we take a look at the rest of the 3A Idaho High School Sports Athletics Association football state bracket. Now, a lot of games going on this week and some teams on a bye. We'll start with the games happening tonight. Obviously, the first game being right here in Dayton, Idaho. It's West Side taking on Malad. This game is going to be the first round, technically. In some ways, people may call it a play-in into the actual state bracket. Some other games happening around the state. It's Ryrie taking on Marsing. That game happening tonight at 6 o'clock, so already in action, and it's going to be played at Ryrie. Another game happening right as this one is going on is North Fremont versus West Jefferson. North Fremont, the 4 seed, West Jefferson, the 5 seed. So that game being held at North Fremont with first kickoff set for 7 p.m. Now, the other game that is going on in this 3A Idaho High School Sports Athletic Association bracket in the first round / play-in is the Aberdeen game versus Priest River. Now, Aberdeen was the number 1 at-large team, and they are going to play tomorrow on Saturday with a kickoff scheduled for 3 p.m., of course, at Aberdeen against the number 8 team in this bracket, the Priest River. So, looking at this bracket and kind of going forward here, there are 4 teams missing that are on a bye this week. Now, of course, Westside normally on that bye, and we talked to head coach Tyson Mosier. In some ways, I think it's a good thing that Westside is playing this week. But those 4 teams that did get the bye due to district championships is Grangeville, Nampa Christian, Declo, and Firth. Westside, obviously, has beaten Firth this year, so one of the district champions they have beaten. Declo, just the 6-0 loss on the road without Crusade, so a lot of things to take into consideration here, but it's one game at a time, and Westside needing to beat Malad to advance to the second round, and you see those seeds across the board. Well, most likely it's going to be based on Max Preps rankings and all that in terms of how that goes, but the number 1 seed in the state will probably be Declo sitting up there at number 1. The number 8 will be the least seed when we get into that second round. So from there, it's going to be a lot of kind of maneuvering and figuring out, and that's exactly why those 4 teams that got the bye are not on the bracket just yet, because there's going to be some seeding purposes with rankings and, of course, all that, and who makes it through that first round. Because obviously, if Aberdeen and Westside make it through, as we would hope for Westside and expect for Aberdeen, well, that's the number 2 and number 3 teams in the state right there, and you're going to put them up against a district champion who is going to be ranked behind them. So, going to be some seeding alignments that will be probably talked about a lot this week in the Idaho High School Sports Athletic Association. So, lots of stuff to take into consideration. But first things first, Westside and head coach Tyson Mosier, they got to go out and win this game tonight here in Dayton, Idaho. It's a home game, and it's going to be a good one here. I can tell you that already. The crowd is popping, and the stadium is about to be rocking as well. We'll take a break. We'll come back here with more on our Westside Pirates pregame show. We'll talk to head coach Tyson Mosier on our Elisa Benson, our North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah Coaches Show. That and more coming up right here on this presentation of Westside Athletics, brought to you by S&T Electric.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, Our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Oatson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go West Side!
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome back here to the Westside Pirates pregame show as we get ready for the playoff matchup between the Westside Pirates and the Malad Dragons. We are heading into our Elisa Benson of North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah Coaches Show as we are talking now with head coach of the Pirates, Tyson Mosier. Coach, it's playoffs times. Kind of any first thoughts on being week to week now for trying to win, go back to state?
Well, it's a good time of year to be in the playoffs, and like I said, at this point, it's just you got to win. There's no more max preps rankings or anything else to worry about. It's just you got to win.
Well, it's kind of in a good news, bad news situation. You played Malad last week, which I think it wasn't the best game all around, but overall, you're getting a team that you're familiar with and that you've played multiple times, not over the past couple of years, and already played once this year.
Yeah, we're definitely familiar, and like I said, we just played them a few days ago. So, but we're going to be familiar with them, and they're going to be familiar with us. And it's just going to come down to which team can execute the best.
You also get to be home in this matchup, which I know we talked about last week, but it seems as though Westside likes to play at home. They don't really lose there all that often, and this year they're undefeated at home. So, how much does that kind of play a factor in the game this Friday?
Yeah, we love to play at home. We feel like we play our best at home, and so we look forward to another good playoff game at home.
Then kind of going back to last week, overall it was a really solid game, and for the most part y'all had control throughout the entire night, but late in the fourth quarter rather, it got a little bit tighter, and we could see that the touchdown was trying to be scored at that last little bit. Kind of walk us through like the thought process trying to get that last touchdown.
Well, it's max preps, and you need to win by a certain amount of points to keep your ranking, and so with a 9-point lead, maybe you ought to kneel on the ball or just take the win and get out of there, but you're trying to get every point that you can up to 21 points because it could mean you slipping in the rankings and having to travel instead of host. So that was the thinking, that whether that's right or not. That's what I said. At least at this point, we don't need to worry about max preps rankings. We can just try and win, and whether we win by 1 or whether we win by 20, it doesn't matter. We just need to win.
Yeah, and the good news about this team is, they're not that Westside doesn't have a good history, but the past 4 years, this team has been really, really successful, and all these players have experience in the playoffs for the most part, even to the sophomores who were brought up last year. Being Welcome back here to the West Side Pirates.
Points because it could mean you slipping in the rankings and having to travel instead of host. So that was the thinking. That, whether that's right or not. That's what I said. At least at this point, we don't need to worry about Max Preps rankings. We can just try and win, and whether we win by 1 or whether we win by 20, it doesn't matter. We just need to win.
Yeah, and the good news about this team is, they're not that Westside doesn't have a good history, but the past 4 years, this team has been really, really successful, and all these players have experience in the playoffs for the most part, even to the sophomores who were brought up last year. Being that way, I think experience plays a huge role in getting into this first round and playing well in the first round rather than having the bye.
Yeah, at this point with our team right now, we don't want to bye. It'd be nice to get a few things healed up, but we feel like we need to play right now, so we're actually glad to not have the bye this year.
Looking at this team from the start to the beginning, it's kind of interesting how this team has formulated to what it is now with Fuller as your quarterback now. You have Stone as the RB3, so to say, and I think the offense each week with that offense has gotten better and better and better. And hopefully now it can culminate in the playoffs, because there's some times where you just see Fuller make some passes that you just wouldn't have seen at the first part of the year. And you've seen Trace make some runs that you wouldn't have seen at the first time of the year. And the growth of this team has shown from week to week, especially since the Declo loss.
Yeah, I think we're getting there. I think we're finding the right chemistry. We just need to clean up some things and clean up some blocking assignments. I feel like last week we should have scored more. We should have done a little better, but hopefully we've got those blocking assignments fixed now, and hopefully we can improve and do even better this week.
And then I kind of want to ask one more question about the position. I know you had Jarrett Enger as your center for a while, but with his injury, you have McCoy in there. Obviously, McCoy has done a great job. He did a lot of amazing things last week, going from shotgun, going under center, but the switch up from center to center has to be a little bit of a change, especially for Fuller as the quarterback.
Yeah, switching centers is always tough. It's not something you like to do, but yeah, Jarrett was hurt, and McCoy stepped in and did a good job, and it's not that Jarrett didn't do a good job, but it's hard to switch back again now. It's one of those positions that I think center and quarterback are two positions you just really don't want to mess with too much. So we'll see how it goes this week, but I know Jarrett would like to play, and it's not that he can't play, but it's just one of those things that you hate to mess with in the middle of the game.
You mentioned not having a bye is almost a good thing in a way, and I kind of agree with the way this team is rolling, but the defense all year has been pretty spectacular for the most part, and for a while you were a big second half team. You had only allowed 6 points in the second half of the first 4 games. Since then it's not deteriorated, but it hasn't been as great, and then kind of going into these playoffs, is there going to be a little bit more pressure placed on the defense with the offense still changing and moving places?
Yeah, our defense needs to do a better job in the second half. I think we've done a good job first half, but our second half defense, especially our second half run defense, has not been good. And I don't know if we're getting tired. I don't know, exactly what it is, but that's something that we've definitely worked on this week, and it's something that we definitely need to do better at.
And then one more question, Coach. With the playoffs going forward, obviously the goal is to go, get better and win each week. But I think in some facets, it's okay to, in some ways, think just win from now on out. What's the mindset going forward with that? Is it just win, or is it let's go in there and play the best game of football and try and continue to get better and better and better and win by as much as possible?
So you always want to get better and better, for sure. But at this point, all the teams that you play are going to be good. And each week it's going to get tougher, and so at this point it really is just win. You just have to find a way to win, and I've got a lot of confidence in these kids because they've done that this year. They've been behind, they've been in some close games, and they find a way to win. So at the playoffs right now, we just need to win no matter what the score.
Yeah, that's one positive thing about this West Side team in the past. They have had some closer games, but I think it makes them more readily available for the playoffs when they have those close games.
Yeah, I think that this team is ready for tough games. Like I said, they've done it all year.
All right, Coach, we really appreciate it. Good luck tonight. And this has been the Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho, and North Realty, Utah Coaches Show. We'll be right back here on a West.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, Your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
Welcome back here to the Westside Pirates pregame show, as we are now joined by McCoy Windward here on our standout student interview brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. McCoy, we do appreciate you joining us today, and we've gotten to talk to a lot of students, and I always try to throw them a little softball question first. So first off, what's activities you're involved in, classes you enjoy here at Westside?
I'm a part of our state football team that's going on here. I'm a part of BPA and our Leos Club, which has been really fun.
And then for football, what position do you play? Got to kind of go on that.
I am the offensive center.
Oh, there you go.
Team.
That's right. It's because it's anger. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you said the other two activities were?
BPA and Leos Club.
What are those?
BPA is the Business Professionals of America. So we go down to competitions and we compete in stuff that we're interested in. So this year, in December, I'm going to be competing in SQL database fundamentals and computer security.
Those are a lot of words.
Yeah.
So what exactly does that all detail in terms of like what you'll be doing there? How do you compete in something like that?
It's basically just a standardized test that you take. So it's just basically knowledge on that certain field that you're going into. And
is that something that you'd want to do like in the future? Is that like
not necessarily. What I'm more career focused on is I want to get a bachelor's in psychology and then get a master's in counseling.
Okay, perfect. So in that case, college purposes, that's kind of what the future holds for you. You have I know you're a senior, so you don't have much time. What's kind of, you have a place booked out yet, a place you applied to, something that you're ready for?
I've applied to a lot of different places, but the one I'm really looking at is BYUI.
Makes sense. And then let's say 4 years from now, 5 years from now, you're out of college and you get your dream job right out of it. What would that dream job be? I guess you're going for a master's, so it'd be like 6 years. But either way.
I think my plan right now is to help start a business with my brother. That would be one of the best.
Is your brother also a senior? Is he a...
No, he's graduating in college and he's getting a degree in business. So
there you go. Yeah. Y'all can work that out together. Kind of looking at your time here at Westside, obviously part of a good amount of activities, and the state football team is something that I know everybody talks about, but in terms of memories here, what's something you'll take away?
Probably the people and the dances that we've gone to, and just like the different activities. That's been one of the best experiences that I've had. I've made a lot of friends along here, and I've had friends since back in kindergarten, and I'll just remember those people and what they've done for my life.
And then with football here, I know that those kind of become your brothers throughout your entire season, and getting to be able to continue the legacy that like Westside has in football. It's important for everybody, but now you're back in the state playoffs. And I mean, I know this is about student stuff, but I got to ask, you excited? You ready for the playoff game and everything that comes in hopefully the next couple weeks?
I am really excited. It should be really good. We'll have a lot of tough games, but I think we can persevere through.
Awesome. And then you have a very tight-knit community here at Westside. There's a lot of things that travel around easily and a lot of things that maybe gets around a little easier than other places just because of how much everybody knows everybody. And I think in a lot of ways it's a good thing, but from your perspective as a student, how has that been?
Me personally, it's been really good. It's easy to make friends and things like that. I don't think I've done anything too terrible to have many rumors spread about me, but
all right, I'll put you on the spot. You're a senior in high school. You've had a lot of teachers in the school. You can pick one teacher that's your favorite here at Westside. Which one would it be?
Probably Mrs. Bingham. She's been one of my favorites.
And why is that?
She just makes math so much easier to understand, and she explains it in a way that a lot of kids can understand it.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you, McCoy, and good luck this week as well. And we are done here on our Canyon Creek Standout Student interview. We'll be right back here on our Westside Pirates pregame show.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Welcome back here to Lyle S. Henderson Field as we get you ready for this playoff matchup between the Westside Pirates and the Malad Dragons in the first round of the 3A Idaho High School Sports Athletic Association State Football Bracket. With this being the first round of playoffs, I think it's time we look back a little bit, go through the season recap of these Westside Pirates, as I'll be the first one to say this is not a season that Westside expected to have in terms of the loss they had and where they ended up not having the first round bye. And so I think it's important to go back and look and see how these Pirates got here to this point, especially with a lot more close games than you're used to seeing. Now, Westside opened up the season back with the Firth Cougars. That one was on the road. Firth, by the way, a district champion that Westside was able to beat in the first game of the season. And I would be hard-pressed to say if we saw Firth again, that game's going to be a lot closer than what it ended up being. The final score was 33-19. But I will remind you, in that game, Westside scored 27 straight points after they were down 19-6. They ended up winning 33-19, as I mentioned, so overall a very good game. But if you look at the wherewithal, how that game came about, it was a lot closer than it ended up finishing at. Westside then got to go home and they got to play the South Fremont Cougars, and they took care of business that day with the defense only allowing just 6 points to a quarterback that looked like a linebacker because, well, he was one. He played linebacker out there as well, and Westside able to contain him all night long, winning that game 30-6 and advancing their record to 2-0 at the time. Their third game of the year was against the Marsh Valley Eagles, and now this game was a little bit different because they had saw Daryl Vasquez with Firth in the way he was able to throw the ball and scramble the ball. Marsh Valley, a very throw-heavy team. Westside was able to contain them for the most part, especially in the second half. They were down at halftime, actually, but ended up winning by allowing 0 points in the second half, winning that game 30-20. Then the slip-up. You get the bye in between the Westside and Marsh Valley game, and then you head to the old team that you took a loss to last year, the Declo Hornets. And well, unfortunately, the same thing was true this year, just a little bit different in the score category, as Declo defeated Westside 6-0. Now, I'm not going to put an asterisk. However, in that game, Westside was without their star senior running back, Cruz Sage, and the offense being changed up in that facet as they found out he was out the Wednesday before the game. Well, that kind of changes the way you think about an offense and the way you are planning your offensive scheme in a lot of ways. So that was a big thing to look at in that game, and that was the lone loss of the year as Westside fell to Declo on the road 6-0. And that 6 points for Declo came in the first drive of the game. After that, it was fully clean for the Westside defense. They got back on their feet, though, the next week, taking on the Soda Springs Cardinals, still without Cruz Sage, but the offense didn't need that much help that night. 49-6. It was 43-0 at halftime. They were rolling, and they felt good as they headed to Wendell, a 3-hour road trip, but they took care of business there as well, beating the Trojans 58-27. Maybe not the defensive effort you would have liked, especially in the second half, with Jordan Swainston having over 200 yards receiving, but you got the win. It was a long road trip, and you had the biggest game of the year coming up against the Aberdeen Tigers, so 58-27, yeah, we'll take that every day of the week. Then, as I mentioned, the biggest game, it was Aberdeen, the number 1 team in the state at the time, undefeated, taking on Westside, the number 3 team in the state. Usually, those rankings are flipped. Usually, it's Westside number 1, Aberdeen behind them in the 3, 4, or 5 slot. But this time, it was Aberdeen at the number 1 slot, but the result was still the same. Westside was victorious 14-12. It was a nail-biter. A nail-biter. Aberdeen had a chance to tie the game with a 2-point conversion from Lopez, and they were not, Ortiz, and Lupe Ortiz was just not able to get into the end zone on that right side, and therefore Westside was able to contain him. They recovered the onside kick, and they walked out of their home game with a victory and put themselves at number 2 in the state. Now, the most recent game the Westside Pirates have played, funny enough, were against these Malad Dragons last week for the final game of the regular season and senior night. The final score of that game was 29-20. That was not exactly the final score that both Tyson Mosier, Cruz Sage, Drake Sage, really all the Pirates wanted to have. However, they did win, and now they get to play that same team again, and they were frustrated last week. They were, after the win, they were a little frustrated. Will they get to come out here and just win this week to try and advance in the state playoffs? It's going to be a big one, but that is your season recap. Westside finishes with just a lone loss to Declo as they finish out the season 7-1, with the 1 loss in district going 4-1 in district, and ranking them technically tied for the conference championship, although that doesn't really matter considering they didn't get the bye. Declo did, and well, now it's all records are cut free. Nothing matters from the regular season. It's all about what you do in this week. And if you can do well this week, well, then it becomes what can you do next week. It's playoffs time, and there's no better time here in Dayton, Idaho for the Westside. And we're getting ready to get going here in Westside as the kickoff being set. Dallas Nelson to kick it off from left to right as the Malad Dragons will receive the first half kickoff. West Side in the all-maroon uniforms with the maroon helmet. West Side taking on the Malad Dragons for his second week in a row. Malad in the black pants, white jerseys, black helmet as the kick is off. Going to be bouncing to the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Malad will start with the ball at the 20-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10, moving from right to left. West Side on defense trying to stop this Malad offense here. A couple of key players for the Malad offense brought to you by Wet Funeral Home. It's going to be Easton Green, the quarterback, but Brady Scholl is a big guy as well. Saw him do a couple trick plays last week, had a completion for a touchdown, and he is a monster when it comes to running the ball. West Side going to have to try and contain him. For West Side's defense, you got to watch out for the safeties and cornerbacks, Drake Sage, True Sage, Trey Stone, Cooper Milburn, but that defensive front, Ivan Campbell, Dallas Nelson, Wick Keller, everybody out there, that's going to be guys that you're going to watch to try and get in the backfield all night long. We're set. We're ready to go here as it's a 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Jace Andrews joining you here on KACH and mylocalradio.com. It's going to be 5 receivers out wide in the first one, 3 receivers near, 2 receivers wide. Brady Scholl is the quarterback. He's in shotgun. Scholl motions a man across the field, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, takes it himself. Running right, cuts back at the near hash, gets to the 25, and he's wrapped up by a host of Pirates there as Brady Scholl picks up about 5 yards on his first run. Drake Sage with a host of Pirates there on the stop. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 as he picked up 5 yards to the 25. Did come to this near hash. So Malad here on the near hash with the ball, 2nd and 5. Brady Scholl, like I mentioned, taking the shotgun snap. We've seen him be the quarterback for this offense, although on the paper, it's going to be Easton Green as the main thrower. Same formation, 3 receivers down low, 2 receivers up high, a shotgun for Scholl. Ready for the snap, receives it. He's going to take a straight rush this time. Offensive line breaks down as West Side gets into the backfield and takes him down. Getting into the backfield and taking him down, Logan Hyde back there, and Dallas Nelson as well. Loss of 4 yards. And quickly, Brady Scholl and the Malad Dragons have a 3rd down and 9 from the 21-yard line. Losing 4 that the offensive line from Malad just broke down immediately. In between the hashes, 3rd and 9, Scholl and shotgun. West Side able to beat this Malad team last week, 29-20. 3 receivers low, 2 receivers high. Shotgun for Scholl. He'll take the snap. Looking to pass. Throws it right side. Has a receiver at the 24. He's going to dive to about the 30. We'll see where they mark it.
Number 6. Deacon Williams with reception.
He's going to be just short of that 1st down marker. Call him a, say, yard and a half short. Give him a yard short. So a pickup of 8 yards on that first pass completion to Deacon Williams, or rather Zane Thomas. So it's 4th down and 1 now. Trying to see as Malad looking like they're going to go for it. Scholl still in shotgun, same set. 3 receivers low, 2 receivers high. They're on the far hash. Scholl up under center now. Takes the snap and a flag is going to fly. I think it's going to be a false start.
Flag before the play begins.
They're going to say delay a game before the snap, so back him up 5 yards and I'll probably force Malad to punt him. So back him up 5 yards on the first penalty of the game. And now it'll be Malad to punt this one away.
Scholl lined up as a punter.
Scholl back to punt. Drake Sage ready to return. He's at the 45-yard line here on the left side of the field. Scholl takes the snap, boots it away towards the far sideline. At the 46-yard line, Sage receives it. Now going past the 45 on that near sideline, and he'll fall down at about the 42, 43-yard line as he picks up about 12 yards on that return. That'll be 1st down and 10 for West Side, already in Malad territory.
The Dragons, West Side will start their first drive with a good field position.
1st down and 10, they're going to mark him at the 42-yard line. Very into the football, touching that 42-yard line as they go from left to right here. Offense on the field. Key members, Jaden Fuller, the quarterback, Cruz Sage, and Drake Sage for defense. Pretty similar for the Malad Dragons. Brady Scholl going to be a key member along with Chase Martin. Under center, Fuller motions a couple of guys across the field, and Martin and Stone. Now they'll take the snap. Going to hand it off to Crew running right. Has some space, but then he's going to be ripped down before he can get past that line of scrimmage. So first carry for Crew Sage is a no gain. He had some space on the right side, but then out of nowhere, flying in and making the tackle was Justin Toon. Toon breaking through the line on that defensive edge and finding Crew Sage. Second down and 10 from the 42-yard line of Malad. Under center, Fuller. 3 receivers to the left. Tight end to either side of him. Motions Trey Stone. Going to hand it off on the motion, running left. He's got the space to the 40. A flag will fly, and it's going to be a tackle at about the 35-yard line, but check the flag. Also, Crew Sage coming up here a little limp at around the 50-yard line.
And number 35, Cam Bingham.
They're going to be holding on West Side, so to back them up 10 yards and make it a second down and 20 instead of a 3rd and 5. First penalty on West Side of the day. So now be 2nd and 20 from the 48-yard line of West Side as they go back across the 50. 8:20 on the clock here in the first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Under center, Fuller. 2 receivers to the left. Twins in the backfield. Takes the snap. Looking to pass. Throws it. A diving effort from Abram Mumford. It is caught for a pickup of 7 yards. So Mumford gets a pickup there, 8 yards to make it a 3rd down and more manageable.
Not quite back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 13.
So 3rd and 13 now. They'll say a pickup of 7 rather on that first play. 3rd down and 13 for West Side. 3 receivers, trips action to the right, shotgun for Fuller, takes the snap, looking to pass, throws that way, has Cruz Sage, it's caught at the 30, and he's going to be clear for the first down at the 25-yard line.
Number 6 finally there, Deacon Williams.
All the way to the 26-yard line is where they're going to mark it. So a pickup of 19 yards for Cruz Sage on the pass. First down and 10, and the first reception of the day for Cruz Sage. First and 10 from the 26-yard line. Moving from left to right in Malad territory. 7:14 left in the first. Under center, Fuller has 1 receiver to his left. Takes the snap, hands it off. Drake Sage up the middle, and he'll be tackled for a gain of 2 yards as he gets past the 25, but wrapped up right away as he breaks through the line of scrimmage with the linebackers and goes down at the 24-yard line. 2nd down and 8 here for the West Side Pirates. Nothing in the first quarter on the Flying S Talent Escrow scoreboard. Cooper Milburn, the receiver, he'll go here on the near side. Fuller back under center. 2-back set with Drake and Cruz Sage. Trey Stone also a receiver here on the near side. Fuller takes the snap, hands it off. Knew he's going to keep it himself as he tries to go up the middle, but Justin Toon wraps him up and pulls him down. He flew forward a little bit to get a couple yards, though. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 as he picks up, say, 2 yards.
One of the Dragons there on the stop. The 2-yard gain brings up a 3rd down and 6.
So 2 yards there for Fuller. .6:11 and counting here in the first quarter, brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Under center, Fuller. 2 backs with Drake and Crew. The tight end on the left, Trey Stone. Lots of motion. Cruz Sage goes out to the left and Trace to the right. Takes the snap. Fuller looking to pass on the right side. Throws to Trey Stone. He cannot hang on to it at the 20-yard line. Would not have been a first down had he hung on to it anyway. And now a decision here for Coach Mosier. 4th down and 6. Incomplete for the first time tonight is Jaden Fuller. 2 for 3 for 26 yards. Cruz Sage, the main recipient of those yardage, 19 yards on the last pass completion. Fuller and shotgun. The running back to his left is Cruz Sage. 2 receivers to the left. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back, rolls left, throws downfield. It's caught by Drake Sage at the 10, at the 5, dives. He's in. Touchdown, Pirates. Fireworks fly. It's 6-0, West Side.
From 22 yards out.
22-yard reception
Good second effort by Drake.
for Drake Sage. Puts the Pirates on the board. Dallas Nelson out to attempt the extra point. 6-0 on the Flying S Helen Escrow scoreboard, trying to make it 7-0 with the kick here. That was the most normal set you may have ever seen from Westside's offensive formations. Snap, good. Hold by Hodges, good. Kick up, it is also good. Westside up, 7-0 in quarter number 1 here in Dayton. Round 1 of the playoffs. We'll be right back here. You're watching Westside Pirate Football on MyLocalRadio.com.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Dayton, Idaho. A 22-yard pass reception from Jane Fuller to Drake Sage puts the Pirates on top. And we want to thank Northern Title for sponsoring our instant replay this year. Although without video, cannot do it tonight. But I'll tell you, picture it in your head here as Dallas Nelson boots the ball away from Malad. It's going to be at the near sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So it'll be good field position for Malad to start off their second drive, now down 7-0 in quarter number 1. Want to remind you, quarter 1 brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Check them out all across the Cache Valley. 5:47 left to go here in the first quarter. Westside defense back out there after allowing no first downs to the Malad Dragons. It was a 4th down and 1, but a penalty put it back 5 yards, made it 4th down and 6, and forced Malad to punt. This time different field position, though, as the ball going out of bounds on the kickoff from Dallas Nelson makes it 1st and 10 from Malad from the 35-yard line of their own, moving from right to left. Easton Green back in as the quarterback. He'll go under center with 2 receivers to either side and a running back behind him. Hands it off to the back, and he's smothered in the backfield. He'll be lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Right there to get him was Ivan Campbell and Gage Smith. Second down and 11 to go, as that was Drake Morrison's first carry of the game there. And it goes for -1 yards as he gets dropped in the backfield. 5:17 and counting here. First quarter action in the playoffs for Westside. Easton Green back under center. He's going to have 2 receivers to the right. Rotating the offensive line a bit. Now they're going to have 3 receivers to that right side. Green under center takes the snap, rolls out to the right, has pressure, fires. It is caught as Drake Sage, trying to break it up, does not get in there in time. Brady Scholl clambers it in and picks up, say, 2 yards to make it a 3rd down and 9. First completion for Easton Green as it goes to Scholl for 2 yards. Scholl now with passing yards, rushing yards, and receiving yards. He's got all 3, and he also, if he returns a kick, will have some all-purpose yards as well, and punting yards as the punter as well. Doing it all for Malad right now. 3rd down and 9, though, from the 36-yard line. Malad with it. New receiver here on the near side as it's Zane Thomas. Under center, Green. The triple back set, and Westside jumps as the flag will fly. Is it going to be false start or encroachment? Westside hit them, so it's going to be encroachment. And Westside will move the ball up 5 yards from Malad. That's going to be just another penalty for Westside here, already 2 in the first quarter for 15 yards. So now 3rd down, and instead of 9, it's 4 from the 41-yard line of Malad. As they move from right to left here in quarter number 1, just under 4 minutes to play in this quarter. They'll huddle back up, get the play, come to the line of scrimmage. Easton Green, the quarterback still. Going to have the receiver on the near side, Thomas, in that three-back set with a back behind him, a back to his left, and a back to his right. He's going to take the snap, fake the handoff, running to this near side by himself at the 40. 45, has the first down at the 50, and gets popped out of bounds at about the 45-yard line of West Side. It'll be a first down and 10, and a pickup there of 14 yards for Easton Green. 14-yard rush for Easton Green makes it a first and 10 into Pirate territory at the 45-yard line. Faked the handoff, had a guy chasing him. I believe it was Dallas Nelson, but he just evaded him and finally got the outside edge here on the near sideline. Ball at the near hash with the snap. Malad huddles back up, puts a receiver on the far side in Thomas. Easton Green back under center. Brady Scholl here on the near side is one of the backs, and they have a fullback and a running back behind him. Scholl motions to the right side, now under center, taking the snap. Green faking the handoff, rolling out right, has the completion to Morrison at the 40, now goes to the 35, has a tackler who pops him, but he stays on his feet past the 30, and they're going to mark him out at the 29-yard line. Pickup of 16 yards on the pass completion from Drake Morrison, to Drake Morrison from Easton Green.
First and 10 from the Pirate 29.
First and 10 from the 29-yard line there on the first reception from Morrison, going for 16 yards. Malad back up. Under center Green, near side receiver. Here is Thomas. Takes the snap, hands it off up the gut. West Side right there to wrap up the running back.
About 3 yards.
As Scholl, or rather Morrison, going to pick up 3 yards. Say 3 yards there for Morrison.
Ball carrier is Drake Morrison. Second down along 7.
Second down and 7. 2:50 to go here in the first quarter. Malad driving as they're past the 30-yard line in West Side territory. Motion Scholl across the field. Looking to pass is Green. He throws it over the head of Scholl. It was good coverage by Drake Sage. Drake Sage read that play like a book, as he's number 22, Brady Scholl number 22. They collided at about the 25-yard line looking for the pass and went over both of their heads. And I think that may have been a little bit of Easton Green not wanting to get intercepted there. 2:37 as the clock stops with a third down and 7 from Malad. Probably 2-down territory from here as they trail by 7 on the Flying S Trial and Escrow scoreboard. Under center Green. Motions a man across the field, takes the snap, not going to hand it off, throws it to the right side, off the hands of Toon, and incomplete.
Intended for number 6, Ethan Williams.
Looking there for Justin Toon, it's incomplete, 4th down and 7. And we'll see what Malad does here. They're in no man's land, so they got to go for it. But I've got to be honest, a little bit surprised by the pass there. Knowing you have 2 downs, I would have thought you want to try and get some yardage. They go for a pass. It's 4th down and 7, 2:34 on the clock. From the 27-yard line, Malad moving from right to left as the play comes in from Zane Thomas. Easton Green goes back under center. Scholl to the right, and a back behind him. Takes the snap, fakes the pitch, running to the right side, has nowhere to go, cuts back in. West Side surrounds him at the 30 and takes him down. Loss of 3 yards. Ivan Campbell back there. Dallas Nelson back there. Everybody all there. Chet Ward is going to get credit for the sack. A loss of 3 for Easton Green.
That'll be a turnover on downs. West Side takes over on their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. After a good defensive play in the backfield.
Now 1st and 10 for West Side at the 30 as the ball switches possessions here. Loss of 3 yards on the sack by a host of Pirates. They got the ball back on offense. Under center is Fuller. 2 receivers to the near side with Mumford and Stone. Ball in between the hashes as he takes the snap. Hands it off. Cruz to the 35. Has the space to the 45. Cuts back to the left to 50. Evades one tackler and gets tackled at the 45-yard line of Malad. 25-yard gain for Drake, or rather Cruz Sage. And West Side already into Malad territory. Big run for Crew here as it's his second rush. The first one went for no yardage. That one makes him 25 yards in the positive. 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line. That was just straight up the gut run. Under center Fuller, 2 backs behind him and Drake and Crew. Takes the snap, hands it off. Drake up the gut, goes to the first line, going to get 4 yards at the 41-yard line, and that's where he'll be put to a halt. Justin Toon gets him along with Holden Tubbs. They finally take him down at the 41-yard line. He was met at about the, say, 44, 43, but he stayed up on his feet and just kept churning those legs and was able to power forward for a couple extra yards. It's 2nd down and 6 from the Malad 41 for Westside as they move from left to right with 1:17 to go here in the first quarter. Under center, Fuller, lots of motion. McDaniels and Stone here on the near side now, 2 receivers to the left. Takes the snap, hands it off. Drake Sage up the gut past the 40, powering to the first down line, and he gets right there at the 35. Pickup of 6 yards for Drake Sage as he continues to churn the legs and pick up positive yardage and give Westside a new set of downs at the 30-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Drake Sage 2 rushes for 10 yards. Crew Sage 2 rushes for 25 yards. But the big one, Jaden Fuller, 3 for 4 passing with 48 yards and a touchdown to Drake Sage. That went for 22. They're at the 35-yard line here, moving from left to right with 40 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Under center, Fuller. Two running backs behind him, a receiver to the left, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to pass, has Trey Stone, goes downfield, Stone cannot get it. Pass was broken up by Easton Green. And with 27 seconds left, that was sure to be a touchdown, but it falls harmlessly incomplete. It got tipped in the air, and for a moment I thought Trey Stone was going to be able to grab it, but his hands were not true, unfortunately, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 10. First quarter, I want to remind you, is brought to you by Cache Valley Bank as we wind to a close here. 27.6 seconds. If it's a run, potentially the last play here of the first quarter for Westside. And I like the design of that one. They had Stone open, but just unable to get it to him. Fuller under center. Receiver to the left. They're going to motion McDaniel and Stone across the line to the right now. Motions Stone back across, and I think that's going to be a false start on Westside as lots of motion happening, and it'll back Westside up 5 yards. That's the 3rd penalty for Westside, by the way, as they are now 20 yards in penalties for 3 penalties. 2nd down and 15 now from the 40-yard line as Westside trying to wind down this quarter number 1 in a positive note. As we see what they come out with here. They're going to have a lone back set. They've got 3 receivers right up to the line here on the near side. Fuller's going to pitch it to the right to Crew. He's at the 40 as he bursts through the line, and he'll be tackled at the 35-yard line. So he picks up 5 yards back to the original line of scrimmage. Interesting formation there for Westside. Is they had somewhat trips to the near side, but it was really close to that offensive line. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. 7-0 Westside here. Your first quarter was brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. We'll take a break. You're watching Westside Pirate Football right here on mylocalradio.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
Second quarter now coming up here for Westside and Malad. Want to give you a score update. Preston tied right now with Blackfoot. 0-0 at the end of 1. Westside here with a 3rd down and a long 10. Takes the snap, is Fuller under center, throws. No, he pump fakes and the ball flies out of his hands. He tried to pump fake it and he threw it by accident. And it falls incomplete to make it 4th down and 11 is what they're going to call it. 4th and 11 for Westside here. Quarter number 2 brought to you by Yardmaster, serving lawns across the Cache Valley. Taking the snap, looking to throw. Fuller downfield has Mumford. It's caught at the 10, 5, touchdown! 36 yards, Abram Mumford catches it from Fuller as the fireworks fly again. Westside up 13-0. 36 yards in the air as Fuller finds Mumford and the second passing touchdown of the game.
Mumford with the touchdown reception. We have Dallas Nelson.
Now Dallas Nelson back to kick this one away. Trying to make this a 14-0 game. Kick up and good. Westside leads 14-0 in quarter number 2. We'll take a break. You're right back here. You're watching Westside Pirate Football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
Westside up 14-0 on the Flying Yes Talent Escrow scoreboard due to a pair of passing touchdowns for Jaden Fuller, one 22 yards to Drake Sage, the most recent one 36 yards to Abram Mumford. Kick away here, Malad able to return it with Brady Scholl at the 6-yard line, gets to the 15, going right up the gut, and he's upended at the 22-yard line. So that's where Malad will start their drive. 2 touchdowns for Jaden Fuller on 7 pass attempts. In those 7 pass attempts, he has 4 completions for 84 yards. This isn't your mama's Westside team right here. 11:45 in the second quarter, brought to you by Yardmaster. Appreciate everybody watching on My Local Radio or listening on KACH. In case you missed it, Preston tied right now in their playoff matchup, 0-0 in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter rather, to Blackfoot. Easton Green back out there from Malad, trying to stop the bleeding, down by 14. Under center as he motions a receiver across the field. He gets hit by that motion receiver and hands it off up the gut to Drake Morrison, who picks up maybe a yard or 2. Going from the 22, they're going to mark him at the 24, so pick up 2 there for Morrison. On the tackle for Westside, Gage Smith. 2nd down and 8 to go here from the 24-yard line. They're at the far hash here. They did switch sides of the field, so Malad now moving from left to right. That last touchdown pass from Fuller to Mumford was going from right to left, and it happened on the near sideline. What a play after Fuller, a play before pump faked and it had it pop out of his hand. He throws a dime to Mumford for a touchdown. On 4th down, under center, Easton Green takes the snap, pitches it. That's going to be a double handoff. No, they don't. And keeping it is going to be Zane, or rather Matt Briscoe. And he is tackled for a big loss, making a loss of 7.
Smith, but I suspect that might be higher than Chickens.
Loss there of 7 yards for Matt Briscoe.
5-yard loss on the play, brings up 3rd down and 15.
3rd down and 16 to go. What will Malad do here? Ball and more shading the near hash now. Under center, Green. One receiver to the left, and they're going to be a timeout called by Malad before the play. So Malad calls a timeout. 14-0 on the Flying S Talent Escrow scoreboard. Let's take a break.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
.10:04 to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by Yardmaster. 14-0, Westside leading here in the first round of playoffs. A big difference from last week to this week already for Westside. This offense looking better and the defense controlling Malad a lot more comfortably than last week and a 29-20 win. This week already up 14-0 here, just a tad bit into the second quarter. Third down and 15 as we come back. Under center green, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, rolls out, throws as he's hit, in the air for grabs. Crusade has it at the 30, coming back the other side of the 20, on the near sideline, runs through a tackle at the 15, and is tackled out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Crusade with another interception in the playoffs. He takes this one back inside the red zone as it was Rafe Graves hitting the thrower, Easton Green, and it was just up in the air for grabs, and it's intercepted. Westside with it as he returns it to the 12-yard line. First down and 10 from there, trying to put themselves up 3 scores. Far side with the receiver, Abram Mumford. Under center, Fuller. One running back behind him. It's going to be Drake Sage. He hands it off to Drake as he goes right up the gut, and he's in for the score. 12 yards. Drake Sage with his second touchdown as the Fireworks are putting on a light show tonight. 20-0. Westside here with 9:48 in the second quarter. 22 yards for number 22 on 3 carries. Drake Sage with a couple of touchdowns. This one puts Westside up 3 scores, and with an extra point to follow, can make it 21-0. Dallas Nelson lines it up with the left foot, Hodges the hold, kick up, it is good. 21-0. Westside heard it was playoffs time. The offense is showing out. We'll take a break, come back 21-0 on the Flying Ass Talent Escrow scoreboard in favor of the Pirates.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Westside putting up a light show today for the people of Dayton, Idaho. 3 fireworks have already flown, 21-0. Westside on top of the Malad Dragons, as it's going to be Dallas Nelson to kick this ball away. And it took just one play, the Sage brothers interception from Crew and a 12-yard rush from Drake. And boom, Westside adds an extra 7 to the board. And we have some sort of flashlights going off. Looks like maybe some car lights on at the sideline here as they get that figured out. And now Dallas Nelson to kick it away with the left foot, boots it, a line drive. Scholl gets it at the 4-yard line, going right up the middle in between the hashes. He tries to cut through a couple of tacklers. He does momentarily, and he gets all the way past the 25 as they'll mark it at the 27-yard line. A nice return there for Scholl of 23 yards. First down and 10 for the Malad Dragons.
First and 10 Dragons from their own 32. No, excuse me, 28.
9:42 here in the second quarter. Westside already with 2 touchdowns on this quarter. A little bit of a different defense out there for Westside, as they've got Mumford and Crusade, the cornerbacks. Drake Sage another cornerback and the safety, Luke Hodges. They're going to take the snap, hand it off. Running to the left side is Briscoe, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. So Briscoe, his second carry, this one for 0 yards. And unfortunately for him, that's better than his first rush of -7. So 2nd down and 10 after that no gain play on the handoff to Briscoe. We did not see Briscoe last week, by the way. He was somebody we did not mention. Now he already has a couple carries in the first half. 9-10 in the second, under center with one receiver on the near side. Going to motion Scholl across the line of scrimmage to the near side as well. They'll take the snap, going to fake the handoff, has pressure, throws it up in the air, caught by Morrison, and he's wrestled down at the 32-yard line. Got positive yards, though, as he picks up 5 on the pass reception. Luke Hodges was the one to come up and get him from the safety position of that. Would have been a good play, but Hodges snuffed it out. The safety, usually trying to back up, saw where the ball is going and met it. Morrison there with the completion for 5 yards. He's got 21 yards receiving and 4 yards rushing. Kind of a tight formation from the lad with the one receiver on the far side. Under center, Green, motion Scholl across the line, fakes the pitch to him, looking to pass. It's a screen, it's caught by Tubbs. He's going to cut through a couple of Pirate tacklers, and he's going to be just at the line of scrimmage, or the first down marker. He's going to get past it. Needed 5, he picked up 6. Garrett Taylor, one of the tacklers out there. 6-yard reception for Tubbs. His first reception of the day, and now 5 pass attempts for Easton Green, 4 completions for 29 yards. First down and 10 from the 38-yard line is where we're going to mark it. Under center, Green takes the snap, hands it off, up the gut. It's Morrison, and he'll really get a positive yardage gain there as he goes right at the gut. Picks up 5 yards on down number 1. Garrett Taylor out there to get the tackle. 7:35 here on the clock in the second quarter. Westside leading 21-0. They're at 2nd and 5 from the 43-yard line as Malad moving from left to right, and they are in Malad territory still. Approaching that 50-yard line, they're going to get a first down at the 48, and then would cross it after that. Green under center with the receiver on the left side, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, dropping back to pass, has pressure. He has a completion to Drake Morrison for a pickup of 4 yards to the 47-yard line. So he's just short. And it's kind of a sliding catch. I honestly thought that he may have not held on to it, but they're saying his fingers got under it, and it's 3rd down and 1. 5th completion for Easton Green today. As a team, they're 6 for 7 on passing attempts. Scholl under center, and there's going to be a flag. And it's going to be, well, I don't know. Westside was ready to blitz on the 3rd and 1. Had the linebacker McDaniel coming up on the B gap there, but he never went over. They're going to say offside to Westside, though, so referee saying he did go over, and it will be a pickup of 5 yards on the penalty for Westside. And the penalty yardage starting to rack up for the Pirates. That's now 25 yards in penalties in just the first half. So Malad with a new set of downs in the opposite 48 in Pirate territory. Green under center. He's going to hand it off, running to the right side. It's Briscoe. He'll be popped. Ball out. Westside recovers. Crusades pops it out, and it's recovered. Whit Keller with the recovery, and Westside takes the ball over on a fumble from Briscoe. Well, he picked up 4 yards, but the ball popped out. That's the 2nd turnover from Malad, and Westside now with already a 21-point lead, a chance to add to it 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Moving from right to left with 6:20 here to go in the second quarter. Man, you got to feel good if you can be another extra touchdown here, make it 28-0 before the half. Fuller under center, one receiver to the right, motion Stone across the field, going to hand it off to Crusades running to the near side at the 45, and they'll get leg tackled at the hash here on this near side. Picks up 5 yards on the first down carry.
On the stop from Ben Thomas.
Cruz Sage,
5-yard gain brings up
not a
second
part of the
and 5.
scoring party just yet. He has helped them out a ton, but he has not scored a touchdown yet. 2 for Drake Sage and 1 for Abram Mumford. 5:55 on the clock here in the second quarter. Cooper Milburn and Trey Stone, receivers on the near side. Under center, Fuller. Backs are Drake and Crew. Going to hand it off to Drake. Gets to the 50, to the near sideline, 40-45. And he'll get to the 40, maybe 38-yard line. We're going to mark it. They're going to say 38-yard line. There's a pickup of 14 there for Drake Sage. 14-yard carry for Drake Sage makes him at 36 yards and the leading rusher for Westside on 4 carries. Cruz Sage has 4 carries for 34 yards. Both efficient. Fuller takes the ball, hands it off to Crew. He'll go up the gut this time, spin around a tackler, but he'll ultimately be wrapped up by Morrison as he picks up 4 yards on the first down carry this time. So Cruz Sage now takes back that top rusher spot. Preston up 7-0 on Blackfoot in the mid-second quarter. 2 receivers to the right, double back set. Fuller under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Cruz Sage running right is going to get pulled down before he can pick up an extra 3 yards. Okay, say right at 3 yards is where he's going to mark it. Justin Toon takes him down, and it's 3rd down and 3 to go. So it was 2 yards where they're going to mark it there. Puts Cruz Sage at 40 yards on the day on 6 carries. Fuller goes back under center. Mumford, the near side receiver, 2 backs and a tight end, and Trey Stone. Takes the snap, pitches it left side. Cruz Sage finds a little bit of a hole, and he's going to be right at the first down marker. It just depends on the spot as he falls down just past the 30. He needed 3 yards, and he's going to pick up, well, I don't know. It looks like 3. They might measure this. They're going to measure this one. So it's 3rd down and 3. And now they're trying to decide if it's going to be 4th down and 1 or an extra set of downs for Westside. 4:09 to go here in the first half. Second quarter brought to you by Yardmaster, serving lawns across the Cache Valley. Sticks coming in. See here if he got the first down or not. Trying to pull that length, and he is just short. 4th down and inches. So 2 yards for Crew, and now 4th and inches at the 29-yard line. So at the 29-yard line is where it is, because the 28 is a first down. It's more like in between there. But for stat purposes, only 2 yards on the carry for Crew. 4th down and 1 as it's 4:09 to go here in the second quarter. Cooper Milburn's going to go out to bring the play. Westside, no question, going for it here. They'll run quickly up to the line. Milburn, the receiver on the right. They've got a big package, 2 backs and a fullback on the left side here in Michael Benavidez. Takes the snap. Benavidez pushing the hole. Cruz Sage finds out the 20. He's free. 15-10 near sideline. Touchdown. 29 yards for Cruz Sage. 27-0 Westside. They're pounding the Dragons as more fireworks shoot up into the sky. Finally, Cruz Sage joins the touchdown party as he gets his first touchdown of the night on a 29-yard rush. 27-0. Extra point by Dallas Nelson. And that was a big block there from Micah Benavidez. Put him in, and he finds the hole, and a flag will fly here on the extra point. But Benavidez on that fullback slot on the near side, kind of a tight end area. Say a pirate back is what I call it. They're going to go for 2 as it's offsides on Malad. So now Westside trying to go for 2. Crew back out there. Abram Mumford and Jaden Fuller are going to bring the play. So the 2-point conversion from about the 1.5-yard line as West Side trying to make it a 29-0 game. They scored 21 points last week against Malad. Fuller under center, takes the snap, hands it off, and it's a 2-point conversion successful for Crusade. It took West Side 4 quarters to put up 29 points against Malad last week. This week, it takes 2. We'll take a break. 4 minutes to go. West Side pounding the Dragons here in half number 1.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
The 2-point conversion following a 29-yard rush from Crusade makes it 29-0 West Side over Malad here in just the second quarter. Little pooch kick here as it's grabbed by Thomas for Malad. He'll pound forward. A flag will go out there as he passed the 30-yard line. There is a flag here on the near sideline at about the 40-yard line. So some laundry on the field for sure. And they're going to say shot block on Malad, so back him up 15. That's Malad's first penalty in a while. And it's going to result in some not so great starting field position. 20 yards and penalties as they mark this off, which should be 15 yards here for the chop block, and they will. So it's going to go all the way inside the 20 of Malad is where they will start. Going to say the 18-yard line. 3:55 to go here in the first half of play. Malad just trying to get anything going on offense. Couple of turnovers and just floating right now, gasping for air down 29-0. Hand off to Tubbs up the gut, and he'll go for a pickup of 2 yards, maybe 3 past the 20-yard line to the 21. Bryson McDaniel makes the tackle on Tubbs. That's Tubbs' first carry. He has a reception, but his first carry, 3 yards there. Going to make it second down and a long 7 here. 3:30 to go in the second quarter. Green under center. Receiver Thomas on the near sideline, going to pitch to Scholl. Scholl's going to pitch to Tubbs on the left side, trying to get the edge, and he won't get there. Rafe Graves back there, but Abram Mumford was the first one to meet him as Tubbs gets dropped in the backfield, and he gets actually maybe a yard past the original line of scrimmage. They're going to say long 10, so just right at the line of scrimmage where they're going to mark it. So the 3 yards that Tubbs just picked up, he loses. And now it's third down and long for this Malad Dragon team. 2 receivers on the near side, taking the snap. Green. He's got pressure right away. Throws in the air. Intercepted.
Intercepted by Dallas Nelson.
Dallas Nelson.
Good pressure put on the quarterback.
Takes it away. An interception in the third time today that it's been a turnover. And it'll be at the 20-yard line, first down and 10. The third turnover on West Side with a chance to add to their already 29-0 lead with 2:40 to go in the second quarter. Under center Fuller, Mumford the near side receiver. Motions Stone across the field, hands it off, coming on the near side, finds a hole as he pushes through that at the sideline into the 15-yard line. So a pickup of 5 yards. For Trey Stone. That was Trace's first rush of the day. Haven't needed him, to be honest. 29-0. I mean, I'm just going out there playing, all right, play safe. Milburn, the receiver on the near side. Lone back is Drake Sage. Fuller takes the snap, going to hand it off to Drake. He's met in the backfield, but will fall forward to get a yard at the 14. So pick him up 1 yard there to make him 5 carries for 37 yards and 1 touchdown on the ground. 1 reception for Drake Sage, 22 yards and a touchdown there. Fuller, with 2 receivers to his right, has 2 backs with Drake and crew. He'll take the snap, fakes the pitch, hands it off to Drake, up the gut, has the first down at the 5, still pushing forward. He is in! Touchdown Pirates! 14 yards. He just maneuvers his way through the defense, having blockers in front of him, and Drake Sage gets a second rushing touchdown, and now 51 yards on the game. Add 6 to make it 35-0. Dallas Nelson for the extra point. Kick is up. It is good. West Side leads 36-0. Take a break, we come back. West Side putting on a show in this second half as they have 4 touchdowns. We'll take a break. Come right back here. You're watching Westside Pirate Football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Westside!
Westside up 36-0 with 1:30 to go in the first half of play. As Westside just putting it on, 4 touchdowns here in the second quarter alone. Little looping kick. Scholl's gonna have to pick it up as it laid still at the 7-yard line. He's on the far sideline where he'll finally get pushed out of bounds about the 20-yard line. That was just a line drive kick from Dallas Nelson, and it just kind of kept laying down and finally slowed up at the 7 before Scholl had to just pick it up. It gets to the 22-yard line, 23? 23-yard line is where they're going to mark it. First down and 10 from Malad there. As with 1:26 to go here in the first half, West Side looking really solid right here. And with 1:26 down by 36, you can't really take any possession for granted. You're going to have to try and do something here. And it'll be a false start on Justin Toon. So back him up 5 yards. Malad now with 3 penalties for 25 yards. First down and 15 now as they back him up to the 17-yard line. Or rather 18-yard line. And we'll see what Malad does here. They already have turned the ball over 3 times. So you got to be careful, but at the same time, you got to score. You're down by 36 here. They're just going to hand it off to Tubbs up the gut, and he'll be wrestled down by the defensive line of Westside. Looks like Dallas Nelson, Ivan Campbell, Rafe Graves, all there. And it was also Garrett Taylor, one of the linebackers, coming up to get him. Say a pickup of 4 yards on the first down carry for Tubbs, though. Second down and 11. After the penalty backed him up 5, they get 4 of them back. Receiver Thomas on the near side. They're at the far hash with the snap. Motion man across, fake the handoff to Tubbs, who was the motion man. And Green just looking for anywhere to go. He's going to reverse back to the left side now as he tries to go to the right, and he's got nowhere to go. Taken down in the backfield. Whit Keller, the first one to get him. He loses 4 yards. And it'll be 3rd down and 15. 26 seconds left to go here in the first half. Westside demolishing these Dragons. Green under center. Takes the snap, pitches to the Scholl. Scholl pitches to Tubbs on the left side, the double pitch, trying to find some area to get through the line, and he cannot. West Side able to contain him. He picks up, say, 3 yards. Drake Sage on the stop, and that will end the first half of play. West Side with a commanding 36-0 lead. A lot different than last week. We take a break. We'll come back with the Puppy Steps Trading halftime show. West Side putting it to the Dragons here on KACH and MyLocalRadio.com.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
West Side up 36-0 on the Malad Dragons here, entering our Puppy Steps Training halftime show. And man, what a difference a week makes. Jace Andrews with you on KACH and MyLocalRadio.com. Just to kind of backtrack here, a week ago, right at this time, it was West Side and Malad playing, and that game was a final of 29-20, West Side winning. They have scored 36 points in one half of football. One half. Definitely a different team, and I'm telling you what, this is not your mother's West Side offense. There is a lot of moving parts, a lot of passing attempts, a lot of pass completions, and a couple passing touchdowns as well, which we'll get to here later on in the Puppy Steps Training halftime shows. We get to our halftime stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. But I tell you what, this was just utter dominance from a lot of different facets. Defensively, there's 3 turnovers, a pick from Crusage, a pick from Dallas Nelson. You also had the fumble recovery from Whit Keller on Crusage's forced fumble, and Westside was able to convert on every single one of those. They scored every single time. That's going to be a big difference when you can force 3 turnovers, but not just force them, be able to convert them into touchdowns as well, and Westside has done just exactly that. Offensively, it's been great. Jaden Fuller having probably one of his best nights passing across the entire year, and it comes in the first round of the playoffs. He's got 84 yards passing on 7 pass attempts, only 4 completions. 4 completions for 84 yards. That's a 20-yard average plus per passing completion. That's something I'd take home and write to across the state that guess what? Listen, Westside's known for running the ball. That's what they've been. They've been the triple option. They've been this type of team. But with Jaden Fuller, they're able to kind of implement someone a little more, let's say, spread type offensive plays. I've seen trips for the first time here at Westside's, and they scored a touchdown on it. That's just the way it goes and the way that Coach Mosier has kind of constructed his offense here in 2024. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our halftime stats and all the rest of the second half, all coming up here on the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Show.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
$36-0 on the Flying S Talent Escrow scoreboard here in halftime as we bring you back into the Puppy Steps Trading halftime show. And an impressive show of offense for the Westside Pirates. 36 points in a half after scoring just 29 last week. I'd say that's a pretty good thing for a lot of different reasons, including the fact that if you go back to pretty much any game this year, Westside, 36 points is good for maybe an entire game. They scored 58 against Wendell and 49 against Soda, but if you take out those 2 games, in Declo they scored 0. Back here against Malad they scored 29. Against Aberdeen they scored 14. Against Marsh Valley they scored 30. Against South Fremont, they scored 30. And against Firth in the first game of the year, they scored 33. I don't know about you, 36 seems like a pretty good thing to take home and write to mom for a first half. And that's just waiting to see what the second half will bring. I mean, this is the first round of the playoffs, and they're acting as if this is just some run-of-the-mill team. Malad is a good team, and they're putting it to them. It's time to get into our Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency halftime stats. We'll start with the visiting Malad Dragons. Easton Green, 7 pass attempts. He's got 6 completions for 33 yards and a couple of interceptions. Brady Scholl, 2 rushes for 1 yard. Holden Tubbs, 4 rushes for 7 yards. Drake Morrison, 4 rushes for 9 yards. Easton Green, 3 rushes for 8 yards. Matt Briscoe, 3 rushes for -3 yards. In terms of receiving, there has been a catch 3 times by Morrison for 25 yards, and then Zane Thomas has a reception for 8 yards, Holden Tubbs has a reception for 6 yards, and Brady Scholl has a reception for 2 yards. Penalty-wise, 3 penalties for 25 yards for this Malad Dragons team. For Westside, a lot of stats to break down. Jaden Fuller, 7 pass attempts, 4 completions, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'll take that every day of the week. A 22-yard passing touchdown to Drake Sage, a 36-yard passing touchdown to Abram Mumford. Cruz Sage with a 19-yard reception. Trey Stone, no receptions today. Drew Milburn, no receptions today. Abram Mumford had that 36-yard pass reception for the touchdown, and he also had a 7-yard reception, which puts him at 2 receptions for 43 yards. Rushing-wise, Cruz Sage, the leader, no surprise there. 8 carries for 71 yards. The most recent carry, a 29-yard touchdown rush. That's his 1 touchdown of the day, comes on the ground. Drake Sage today, 3 touchdowns, 2 of those on the ground, as he has 6 rushes for 51 yards with a 14-yard touchdown and a 12-yard touchdown. Trey Stone with 1 carry for 5 yards, and Jaden Fuller with 1 carry for 2 yards. Penalty-wise, Westside, not exactly what they like to be. 25 yards on 4 penalties. Overall, though, really solid for Westside. 2 touchdowns for Fuller, a touchdown for Cruz Sage, 3 touchdowns for Drake Sage, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. Abram Mumford with the other receiving touchdown. Getting close here to the end of halftime as we get into the second half of play. And Westside, man, you're looking pretty positive right now. 24 minutes away from advancing in the Idaho High School Sports Athletic Association playoffs here in the 3A Idaho High School bracket. And man, it's a good time to look at this Westside team and this Westside offense and show what they're capable of, being able to throw the ball, being able to run the ball. They just overall are looking like a solid team all around. I mean, if we just do a quick little math here of the total yardage on the day for Westside, they are already exceeding 200 yards. And in fact, they are at 213 total yards on the day, as Malad and the defense for Westside has forced a couple interceptions, a fumble, and total yardage. By the way, Brady Scholl had 1 pass completion for 8 yards, if I forgot to mention that. But total yardage is 63 yards. 63 yards on the day for the Westside Pirates defense, just allowed 63. Pretty impeccable stuff coming from these Pirates here in the playoffs. We'll take another break. We'll come back hopefully with the second half of action. 36-0 on the Flying Ass Talent Escrow scoreboard. This has been the Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency halftime stats.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to important things, it's always nice to know you made the right decision. This is Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency in Preston. We all know that life insurance is a good decision because it provides financial protection for your family. But have you considered life insurance as income replacement, a savings plan, or supplemental retirement income? Different policies come with different options. Make sure you have the best insurance that is right for you and your family. Schedule a free insurance review with us today. Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Welcome back here to Dayton, Idaho. West Side on top of Malad, 36-0 following our Puppy Steps training halftime show. It's going to be the third quarter coming up here in just a moment. About 2 minutes left to go on the halftime clock, getting all the warm-ups and that time all set to go for both West Side and Malad. And do want to remind you, West Side is going to receive this kickoff as they kicked it away to Malad to start off the game. So they'll get the ball first here with a 36-0 lead. Part of me does think Malad may try an onside attempt, but kind of just depends how desperate they are, what their thought process is, and to be quite honest, how their kicking game has practiced onside at practice, and if they feel comfortable with recovering that ball or at least having a shot to, given the lopsided score on the scoreboard right now that you see. West Side, really, really solid performance in that first half, as I mentioned. Again, all aspects of the game were positive: kicking, passing, rushing, defense, secondary, and the best stat of all, no punts for Crusade. No punts. I'll take that every day of the week. I'll put that in my pocket and spend it twice on Fridays. So for West Side here, kind of look back on, maybe I can fix something here. I can show you the bracket. I know that obviously nothing is final here, but should West Side be able to advance in this game with a 36-0 lead, here is what the bracket looks like in terms of what is ahead. Now you see those seedings yet to be dished out in what is the full bracket here for the state championship. That's because of the first round byes with Grangeville, Nampa Christian, Declo, and Firth. But those seeding purposes, there's a lot of things that'll be taken into account, but I can pretty much guarantee you that Declo will be the #1 overall seed. Besides that, we'll see. West Side most likely going to have to go on the road next week, probably against one of those district champions, and it might be a rematch against the Firth Cougars in Firth once again. We'll just have to wait and see what the scheduling ends up being. Malad ready to kick this ball off here as we hit into quarter number 3. Quarter 3 brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. You can find them at South State Street. Crusade, Drake Sage back to return their first kick of the game. Here as we start off the second half of play. Jace Andrews with you on KACH and mylocalradio.com. Justin Toon will kick it away from Malad. West Side in normal kicking formation. And the kick is off as it's a boot to the left side where Drake Sage receives it at the 15-yard line. He'll come racing to the near sideline. Has a block from Ivan Campbell at the 22-yard line, and he'll fall a little bit past the 25 to say the 30 almost. They're going to say the 30-yard line is where he's finally going to be taken down. So a nice return of 15 yards for Drake Sage and make it 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of the Pirates as they move from left to right here in quarter number 2, or rather 3. 36-0, quarter number 3 here for West Side, and they have the ball first, trying to add to this monstrous lead. It'll be Fuller under center, Mumford the receiver on the left, 2 backs, and the Pirate back Trey Stone. Fuller with a motion before the play. McDaniel and Stone goes to the near side, and now just a QB sneak from Fuller, and he'll get 6 yards on it. So 6 yards for Fuller as he just grabs it and QB sneaks it. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that a lot.
Second down and 3. Good blocking up front on the West Side offensive line.
West Side now with a 2nd down and 4 to go in the third quarter from the 37-yard line. So they're going to give them 8 actually on that run. We're going to hand it off, And it will be a rush from Crew. He'll get the first down and keeps pounding forward past the 45-yard line. So a pickup of 9 yards for Crew Sage. First down and 10 now at the 47-yard line of the Pirates as they move this from left to right. 10:53 in the third. Mumford, the receiver, he'll go to the far sideline. Normal backfield with Drake and Crew, and then Stone, the Pirate back. They'll motion McDaniel and Stone from the left side of the line to the right side of the line. And they're going to fake the handoff to Drake and Crew and hand it off to Trace. He'll come around the left side and up the gut, and he'll fly forward for 9 yards to about the 44-yard line. So Trace Stone with his second carry, give him 14 yards on the day. Second down and 1. Drake Morrison makes the stop for the Milan Dragons as we close in on 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Westside with the commanding lead, but trying to boost it up some more. Just won 29-20 last week. This week already with a 36-0 lead. Fuller takes the snap, looking to throw. Has a receiver left side, Milburn. Receives it at the 40, now to the 35-30. Gets pushed out of bounds. A nice little screen pass. Ends up going for great yardage. Say 16 yards there for Cooper Milburn on his first reception of the day. Jaden Fuller continues to put on a show. That puts him at exactly 100 yards passing on 8 pass attempts and 5 completions. 9:50 as he gets pushed out of bounds at the 28-yard line on the 16-yard pickup. First down and 10 for Westside. Fuller takes the snap, pitches it. Crew Sage running right, has a lane at the 25, cuts back to the 20, now is up the gut, and they'll finally be wrestled down right at the first down marker. They're going to give him a pickup of 11 yards, and it'll be first down and 10. So quickly, Crew Sage pumping his numbers up. He's at 91 yards on 10 carries, so averaging 9 yards a rush. 9.1 to be exact. Milburn, the near side receiver, inside the red zone at the 17-yard line. Fuller ready for the snap, takes it, gonna hand it off to Crew, who goes straight up the gut, bounces it to the left, inside the hashes still, before he's tackled by a couple of Milan Dragons. First there was Morrison, and then finally he was taken down by Bryce Howell. Bryson Howell finishes off the tackle there. A 5-yard gain though for Crew, as he's closing in on a 100-yard game. Under 9 minutes to play in the third, second down and 5 from the 12-yard line. Westside threatening here on the south end zone as they move from left to right. Motions a lot here. Crew Sage goes to receiver on the near side. Drake Sage, the lone back, they hand it to him. He goes right up the gut, and he'll pick up maybe 2 yards, 3 yards. They'll give him 3 on it. So Drake Sage with a 3-yard rush makes it third down and 2 from the 9-yard line. 8:30 to go here in the third. Milburn to bring the play.
Third down and 2.
Dark night here in Idaho. A cold one also. Temperature getting into the mid-30s as it's 36 degrees right now, but by the end of the game could be into the freezing area. Fuller takes the snap, hands it off, and Drake Sage, I don't know, no, it's Fuller who keeps it. He's got a touchdown on the far side. Crew Sage had a really good job faking that, and Fuller takes it around the outside part for a 9-yard touchdown. Fireworks go again, and Westside adds to their lead. Man, the fake fooled me. I thought Crew had it up the gut, but instead Fuller takes it around the far side and gets the touchdown. 42-0 now, Westside with the extra point to come, as Jaden Fuller scores his first rushing touchdown of the game, his third touchdown overall. Extra point to make it 43-0. Hold, just got it down for Hodges, and Dallas Nelson able to get it through. Kind of a sketchy moment there as the ball was not held perfectly right at the start, but Nelson able to get it through. 43-0 on the Flying Ash Silent Escrow scoreboard here as Westside adds the lead. We'll take a break here in quarter number 3, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Foul.
43-0 on the Flying S-Town Escrow scoreboard as Westside with a commanding lead over these Malad Dragons. Dallas Nelson to kick the ball away. Then it'll be Scholl receiving it at the 6-yard line. More on the near sideline. Goes in between the hashes now, and he's got nowhere to go as he gets right about to the 25-yard line. So he'll pick up 19 yards on the return. Dallas Nelson, the kicker, and the defensive lineman, takes the tackle as well. Clock, by the way, moving now because we're over 40 points. So 43-0. Malad trying to score to stop the clock, but due to mercy rule, that clock's going to keep running, 7:37 and counting. They got a receiver on the far side here with Zane Thomas. Under center is Green. He'll pitch to the right side, Scholl. He fakes the pitch. He wants to throw. Has Green, goes up for a one-handed catch, but he cannot make the grab. Scholl with a nice little trickeration play. If caught by Green, had some space on the far side, but he cannot haul it in as the one-handed grab. Does not copy the likes of Garrett Wilson from last night in his one-handed grab. And the clock will continue to run as it's 2nd down and 10. Incompletion there for Brady Scholl. Technically his second pass attempt of the day. Had a 8-yard completion in the first drive of the game. If you remember from last week, Malad has shown some different offensive sets, and Brady Scholl has been a quarterback in a lot of those sets. And so therefore some pass attempts and a pass completion. Have a near side receiver in Deacon Williams. Pretty tall receiver here on the near sideline for Malad. Under center, Green pitches it to Tubbs, hands it off to Scholl. He's going to throw it up for grabs in the air. Incomplete. Looking for that tall receiver, Deacon Williams. Trey Stone was right there in coverage and played great coverage. Second incompletion in a row for for Scholl rather. And it's 6:11 to go in the third. Clock still running with the mercy rule in effect. So Westside looking like they're going to advance here into the second round. Don't know who they're going to play just yet, but doesn't matter. You get the win in a big way. And this is a really solid win and just sets you up for success throughout this playoff run. Green under center. They've got a hole there, and that's going to be a false snap. The center snapped the ball and then put it back into place. So it's a false start and back him up 5 yards. Fourth penalty of the day for the Dragons. That totals up to 30 yards. And that was interesting. You don't see that often. That's more of a false snap penalty than a false start, as he moved the ball up but then put it right back down. 5:18 and counting here in the third. They'll have a receiver on the far side at the 20-yard line on the 3rd and 15. Green motion Scholl across the line of scrimmage. And he'll take the snap and looking to pass is Green. He's wrapped up in the backfield and taken down. In the backfield, he is taken out. Rafe Graves takes him out, and he loses 9 yards on the sack. So Easton Green there with a sack.
About 23.
And it's going to be 4th down and forever, 24 yards. First sack for Graves of the game, at least singular sack. Scholl to put it away. He's at the own end zone line, basically, as he'll take the snap, a little low one, and he'll boot it. A nice line drive punt. Drake Sage, he drops it. Crew Sage dives on it, though, and Westside will retain the ball at the 45-yard line of Malad. So a nice job from Crew, the older brother there, picking up his younger brother. Drake trying to receive it, can't handle it, and Crew hops on top of it. 3:57 and counting here in the third. Reminder, that clock is running due to the substantial lead for the Malad, or rather West Side Pirates. First down and 10 for the Pirates at the 45-yard line as they move from left to right. Jarrett Anger out there as the center. Talked about him in the pregame show, whether or not he'd be playing today or not. Trey Stone, by the way, the quarterback, as he takes the shotgun snap, hand it off to Crusade. He'll go up the gut and pick up 3 yards, make it second down and 7. So you're seeing already here with a 43-point lead and the clock running, some movement in the depth chart in terms of who's out there on the field. Trey Stone going to go out and play quarterback. He was the original starting quarterback this season. Up until the Declo game, it was him under center and in shotgun for these West Side Pirates. But then they made a change after the loss to Jaden Fuller, and it's worked really well as Stone has also moved to RB3. Right now, though, they're going to let Fuller take a little bit of a rest. 2 receivers on the near side, shotgun snap for Stone. He's going to take it and run it himself. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. Drake Morrison on the tackle. Maybe he gets a yard. They're going to give him a yard. So 1 yard gain there for Trey Stone. That's his third carry of the game, by the way, for 15 yards. Crusade still not over 100 yards. He is very close, though. He's got 12 carries for 98 yards. So Jaden Fuller with a 3-touchdown day, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing. Looks like his day is done. Shotgun snap for Stone. He's going to look to pass it as it rolls out to the near side. Has some time, heaves it down the field, and it's incomplete. Couple of intended receivers that could have been there. Drake Sage, Abram Mumford, and Cooper Hilburn all in the area. Kind of splits all of them, and it goes incomplete. So Stone, his first incompletion on his first pass attempt. Fourth down and 7 along 7, 8 maybe to go. 100 yards, by the way, for Fuller in his game. 5 completions for 8 attempts. Stone looking to pass. He has a screen pass to Sage on the near side. He's got the first down and more as they'll power through a tackler. As Crusade gets the first down and a big pickup. Say a pickup of 10 yards there on the pass reception for Crusade. First completion of the day for Trey Stone, by the way, on that screen pass. Crusade now with 29 yards receiving on 2 receptions. No touchdowns receiving. He does have the 29-yard rushing touchdown, though. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. 1 minute and 8 seconds to go here in the third as the clock continuing to wind. 2 receivers to the left and shotgun to Stone with the running back Sage. Takes the snap, hands it off Crew. He'll cut back to the left and dive forward at the hash marker and picks up 2 yards, maybe 3 yards actually is what they're going to give him. So it'll be second down and 7 after the 3-yard rush and a 100-yard game for Crusade. 13 carries, 101 yards unofficially as Crusade breaks the century mark for about the 5th time this season. 36 seconds left in the third as the clock is winding. Probably the last play of the third quarter here. I want to remind you, third quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. South State Street, where you can find them for a familiar face. And a friendly greeting. Shotgun for Stone. 2 receivers to the left. He takes the snap and is just going to run it to the left side. Breaks through the first line of defense. I think the ball came out, actually. The ball did come out. And who recovered it? It looks like West Side has it. No, Malad. They're going to say Malad recovers the ball, and that will be the end of the third quarter, though. So the fumble from Trey Stone as he runs it for 3 or 4 yards and then fumbles the ball. And it'll be a turnover for West Side, the first turnover of the game. That will end the third quarter, though. So we'll take a break. This has been the third quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
Welcome back here, 43-0. And we have a lot of late substitutions here. There's going to be a snap for Malad as it's 1st and 10. Scholl takes it, breaks a tackle at the 20, going to the near sideline at the 25, and is wrapped up by Jaden Coates. So Coates gets him, but he does pick up 7 yards. Kind of an awkward position there. I think both teams had 10 guys on the field, and they both ran out an extra man to finally fill out those 11 men. Or maybe they both had 12. I honestly couldn't tell you. Either way, it's a 7-yard pickup for Brady Scholl. I think Westside out here, 2nd down and 3. Somebody comes out. So there's 12 men on the field for Westside. They have 5 wide, 3 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far. Scholl and shotgun as the quarterback. He'll take the snap on a high one, looking to pass on the far side. Has a man. It's going to be the quarterback, Easton Green, who receives it at the 35, and he'll get to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 10 yards for Brady Scholl to Easton Green. That's the running back completing it to the normal quarterback there. That's not bad there for Malad. 1st down and 10 from Malad at the now 38-yard line, 10:31 and counting as the clock continues to wind here in this 43-0 shellacking for Westside. Same formation, 5 out wide, 3 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Ball at the far hash. Scholl ready for the snap again as he takes it. Screen to the near side. It's Chase Morrison at the 35 and then evades one tackler, Jaden Coates, but it gets wrapped up by Luke Hodges at the 40 as he picks up just 2. So Hodges gets the tackle, a 2-yard gain on the reception for Trace Martin. So Martin, that's his first reception. He was the main receiver we saw last week. Gets the first reception here. 9:50 on the clock in the 4th quarter. 4th quarter brought to you by Papa Jace. Try out their legendary beef jerky in Clifton, Idaho. 2 receivers to the left, 3 receivers to the right. Ball on the near hash. Moving from left to right, shotgun for Scholl as he takes the snap, looking to pass, fires it downfield. It is going to be caught momentarily when Abram Mumford runs through Easton Green and forces the incompletion. Good play by Mumford. He was there just a little bit late, but he hits Green right as the ball comes. Great timing, incomplete. Put the sword back in the holster, buckle up, and that one is incomplete. 3rd down and 8 to go. Three receivers left, 2 receivers right. Scholl and shotgun, ball on the near hash on the right side. Taking the snap, Scholl looking to throw a screen pass to Martin again. Hodges over there. Martin, though, gets a good gain on this one as he picks up 10 and gets the 1st down. Screen pass there going to the far sideline, and Martin able to pick up some positive yards this time after only getting 2 last time. 1st down and 10 from Malad at the 48-yard line of their own, trying to pass the 50-yard line. 8:19 left to go here in the 4th quarter, brought to you by Papa Jace, 43-0 on the Flying S. Title and Escrow scoreboard. West Side defense out there trying to just contain Malad. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Scholl taking the snap, looking to pass on the near side. Has some pressure, rolls out to the near side. Now going to run. He's going to be hit from behind. Taken down by Micah Benavidez. He picks up 4 yards, but Benavidez stops a potential huge gain. And just the 4-yard rush for Scholl. Scholl 4 rushes for 12 yards, unofficially on the night. 2nd down and 6 to go. From the 48 of Westside as they cross the 50-yard line. So into Pirate territory for the first time in a while, it seems. 7:26 and counting here in the 4th. Same formation, 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Scholl ready for the snap as he takes it, looking to pass. Now he'll just run it up the gut. Has some space, 45-40, goes to the far sideline at the 35, breaks through one tackler at the 30, now gets pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Big pickup there. See where they mark him out. They're going to get him at the 24-yard line, so a 24-yard pickup for Brady Scholl. 36 yards on 5 carries for Scholl after that 24-yard gain to the 24. 6:44 and counting here in the 4th at the 24-yard line with Malad threatening to get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Considering they scored 20 last week, you call this a success. Same formation, 2 receivers low, 3 high. Shotgun Scholl on the far hash, taking the snap, looking to pass this time. Near side has a receiver. It's caught at the 20 and been taken down right there by Garrett Taylor. Deacon Williams, the reception there. A pickup of 4 yards, and Garrett Taylor getting the tackle. So 4-yard reception there. For Deacon Williams. Third down, or rather 2nd down and 6. 5:47 and counting. On the near hash, same formation as he takes the snap. Pressure up the gut, throwing it. It is going to be intercepted. Taking down the far sideline at 20-25. Cutting back at the 40 and being tackled right there is Corey Telford. Corey Telford goes all the way and he's taken down by Brady Scholl, who threw the INT. The 4th interception, the 5th turnover for the Malad Dragons. And this one, maybe the final time they touched the ball with 5:11 to go and counting. We have a timeout, West Side, as they're up 43-0. We'll take a break here in the 4th quarter. Brought to you by Papa Jays.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Number 6,
43-0. The 4th interception for Westside as Corey Telford takes it over. And Westside with some changes here as they've got Jake Barzy in as quarterback. He'll take it, hand it off up the gut to Jaden Coates, who picks up 3 yards.
So
Jaden Coates, the ball carrier there, as he picks up, say, 3 yards. Lots of changes. They're putting out basically the JV team out here. Second down and 7 to go. Barzy out there. Mitch Mumford, the Cowboy back as they move someone off the field on the near side. And they got flags as it's going to be a legal substitution. 12 men on the field for Westside. So 12 men out there for Westside. Mark them off 5 yards. It's their 5th penalty. Now for 30 yards on their end. And it's first down, or rather 2nd down and 12. Gonna hand the ball off up the gut. And it's going to be Will Hurren
Number 13 is Bryson Howe on the stop.
as he picks up a yard.
Number 1 brings up third down and 11.
Third down and 11 to go. 3:57 and counting here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Papa Jace. Pretty much the JV team all out here for Westside. Barzy takes the snap and miscommunication. Ball's on the ground. I don't know where it is. And it's recovered by Westside, as diving on it is Will Hadley. So Will Hadley dives on it. It's a team loss of 1 yard there as they go to the 30, or rather 40-yard line and make it 4th down and 12. Westside just going to go for it here because why not? 3:20 on the clock in the fourth, up by 43. Barzy going to hand it off to Coates. He'll hand it off to Mitch Mumford, and Mumford in the backfield gets taken down for a loss of 3.
Loss on the play. That'll be a turnover.
So a loss of 3 for Mitch Mumford, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Malad. Under 3 minutes to play here in this one. Round 1 of the playoffs looking to go in the favor of the Westside Pirates as they lead 43-0. Malad with it at the 37-yard line of the Pirates, though, so their offense trying to still break the shutout and finish off their season strong. A nice job on these Malad Dragons' part. Come out here, play strong and hard, but Westside this time when it gets into playoffs, things get serious, and Westside took that to heart. They played it impeccable tonight. Impeccable. Shotgun stroll, 3 receivers left, 2 right. Takes the snap, gonna throw it near side with, or rather far side to Martin. He slips at the 40-yard line, tries to reverse his field, and is taken down for a loss of 3. So Martin got the screen pass, but then just kind of ran right back to the quarterback there for a loss of 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 13 to go with 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. So looking forward, Westside has a game next week at some point. Don't know time, place, or date, but we will find that out pretty soon with all the other games coming to conclusion. Aberdeen does play tomorrow in the first round. Scholl taking the snap, looking to pass it downfield. Goes deep, incomplete, and Abram Mumford looking to hit Chase Martin, and a flag's going to fly and say probably late hit on Abram Mumford. I think they might call that a late hit on Abram Mumford. They're going to say after the play, personal foul. Yeah, so 15-yard penalty on Mumford for hitting the Chase Martin receiver late. 15 yards for Westside on penalties. 6 penalties for 45 yards for Westside there. That one just really unnecessary. It's the 4th incompletion, though, for Brady Scholl, as that does count as the play, given that it was after the play. 15 yards, though, over the 25-yard line. Under a minute to play here in this game, though. Scholl with 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. In shotgun here as he looks to take the snap. He does. A little high one. Has pressure. Evades it. Throws it toward the end zone. Green. Incomplete. Jaden Coates in coverage, as that was going to be a touchdown had Green gotten up there and pulled that one in. 30 seconds to go in this one. Westside with one final defensive play here. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Scholl takes the shotgun snap. Flag will fly, and then there will be a rush from Scholl, who gets taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there for Scholl. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The horn sounds and Westside wins. First round of the playoffs go to the Pirates. 43-0. A beating here as the fireworks are here to shine. Lots of them tonight for a powerful Westside offense and a commanding 43-0 win. We take a break. We'll come back with the postgame show brought to you by Rouse Construction. Got our postgame stats and more to come, all right here on this presentation of Westside Athletics, brought to you by S&T Electric.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa Jace, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up.
Papa J's World Headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Westside winners big here in round 1 of the 2024 Idaho High School Sports Athletic Association 3A bracket as they take down the Malad Dragons 43-0. And the second half, man, it was just for nothing. Not for nothing, but it was a quick one. It was a very quick one as Westside put up a score pretty much right away in the second half to make it 43-0. From there, the running clock started, and Westside was able to take down these Malad Dragons. Here's our Ralph's Construction post-game show gets started. And I tell you what, it's a good thing for Westside to get out here, get a win, get it big, and get that second half a nice and easy breezy one as they slowly just have to let that clock wind down. They get to put the JV team out there for a little bit of plays. Corey Telford gets a pick. There's a couple of guys out there that got to play in some playoff action and be very key for some experiences down the line. Some guys that will be big keys to this offense and defense for the next 3-4 years, however you want to call it. Overall, though, Westside positively looking at next week now with this 43-0 win. I mentioned they don't really put up this many points against teams all that often besides Soda Springs and Wendell, but 43 is something good to take home, and especially against a team where last week you just scored 29 against them and allowed 20. This week you score 43 and allow 0. Looking forward for next week for this Westside Pirates team, we know of the 5 W's, 3 of them. Who? We do not know who we are playing. When? We do not know when they are playing. Why? Why they're playing? Well, they're playing because they are winners in the first round of the playoffs. What they're playing football, and where, also do not know. So, don't know who, don't know when, don't know where, but these Pirates are going to be ready no matter what. And I probably won't know till Sunday, to be honest. Yesterday, or rather, not yesterday, tomorrow, Aberdeen will have their playoff matchup at 3 o'clock. And so Westside probably going to have to wait for that, for the seeding to come out for the bracket and for what will come in the rest of this 3A Idaho High School state bracket. Take a break, come back with our post-game stats and our My Local Radio calendar. I'll come up here on the Rouse Construction post-game show.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
Welcome back here to the Ralph's Construction post-game show as the final score, 43-0, Westside victorious over the Malad Dragons. Time for our Farm Bureau interns, the Smith Agency post-game stats, as we start first with the visiting Malad Dragons. And first, a round of applause to them for their season as they put together a very solid year and unfortunately got put up against the reigning state champs in round number 1. And, well, it was a tough go for them. Easton Green, the main quarterback tonight, he finishes with 5 completions on 7 pass attempts for 33 yards. Brady Scholl actually finishes with the most attempts, though, 11 attempts. He completes 6 of them for 31 yards. So not the most yardage, but he does have the more completions. Scholl also ran for 36 yards on 6 carries. Holden Tubbs had 7 yards on 4 carries. Drake Morrison had 9 yards on 4 carries. Easton Green had -1 yards total, one of those being a -9-yard rush on a sack, so take that out. It's 3 carries for 8 yards. Matt Briscoe had 3 carries for -3 yards. Receiving-wise, 1 catch for Scholl for 2 yards, 1 catch for Tubbs for 6 yards, 3 receptions for Chase Martin for 9 yards. Zane Thomas, 1 reception for 8 yards. Chase Morrison had 3 receptions for 25 yards. And then Easton Green, the quarterback, had 1 reception for 10 yards, along with the reception for Deacon Williams, who had just a 4-yard reception. Penalty-wise, 30 yards on 4 penalties for the Malad Dragons. For Westside, Jaden Fuller, 8 pass attempts, 5 completions, 100 yards. Taking that every single day of the week. Cruz Sage had 13 carries for 101 yards. He was the leading rusher. Drake Sage had 6 carries for 51 yards. 7 carries for 54 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cruz Sage with the 1 touchdown. Trey Stone had 2 pass attempts, 1 completion for 10 yards. He also had 4 rushes for 19 yards. Jaden Fuller had 3 rushes for 18 yards and a touchdown. And overall, a very good finish for Westside. Cruz Sage with 2 receptions for 29 yards. Drake Sage with 1 reception, a touchdown reception for 22 yards. Guru Milgram with a reception for 16 yards. Abram Mumford with 2 receptions for 43 yards, including a 36-yard touchdown reception. And then some stats for the JV team. You had Jake Barzy having no carries. Mitch Mumford had 1 carry for -3 yards. Will Huron had 1 carry for 1 yard. And overall, the secondary team comes in there and does do its job. Jaden Coates also had 1 carry for 3 yards. Penalty-wise, 45 yards on 6 penalties, 15 yards on that last penalty, the personal foul from Abram Mumford on a late hit. But besides that, overall, very good. We'll take a break, come back with the My Local Radio calendar, and then we will be out of here. You're watching Westside Pirate Football, brought to you by West Motor Company.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today, 217 South State Street in Preston.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
$43-0, the final score here. Westside victorious over the Milan Dragons. Little check over in Preston. Blackfoot on top of Preston, 23-21 with the ball in quarter number 4. The Indians with their first home playoff game in seems like forever, and down right now to Blackfoot, a team they had played earlier this year and lost, trying to avenge that loss and advance in their playoff rounds. Meanwhile here, Westside again winning, and will be heading to the second round of playoffs against who we do not know, and when we do not know that as well, but we do know they will be playing. Here on the Rouse Construction post-game show, we got one more segment. It's a My Local Radio calendar telling you what's coming up for the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians. And if you're listening to this on KACH, well, you know the outcome of the Preston Blackfoot game, which means Preston is either playing next week on Friday night, and we'll have that on KACH, or they will not, and we will have the Westside Pirates game on KACH. Either way, there will be just one game next week. It's a football game between the Westside Pirates and somebody in the second round. Or we can have 2 with Preston if they can take the win over Blackfoot right now, 23-21 in quarter number 4. Blackfoot with the ball and apparently driving as well. So tune over into that game to get the final of that with Dan Hubbard. But that does it for me, Jace Andrews, here at Lyle S. Henderson Field in Dayton, Idaho. Westside start their trek back to the state championship with a commanding 43-0 win in round number 1. Appreciate everybody listening. For my engineer back in the studio at KACH, making sure I stay on air all night long and, of course, sound really pretty. That's going to be John Beverly. For my associate producer, Mr. Dan Hubbard, covering the Preston Indians. And then I'm Jace Andrews saying peace out from Dayton, Idaho. We'll see you next week.
The proceedings have been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used without written consent from Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this production of Westside Pirate Athletics on mylocalradio.com. Until next time, go Pirates!